Alright guys, are you ready for our next video of the day? We are going to watch Failure of Fyre Festival by Internet Historian. I have no idea what the Fyre Festival is, so let's see. I hope it's just a big disaster. Let's go. Oh!
Hi there. You're probably wondering how I got this tan. Well, let me tell you the story. It begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarlane.
Hi YouTube!
Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from German, I believe it means, yes, rule. Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event.
Mr. Rule,
He says,
I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this nigga too wild, fucking his bitch.
Precisely. Great minds think alike. It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas.
Luxury in the Bahamas? I'm down.
Mr. Rule. Promotion began in late 2016. Fyre promised beaches, ladies,
Beaches
gourmet
and
food,
ladies.
luxury village, hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar. VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs.
Chat, $250,000? Beaches and ladies take my money? That's what I'm saying, chat. Beaches, ladies, cute little pigs.
Blink 182. Major Lazer,
why is
a
Blink
steel
182
drama.
there?
Welcome to Fyre Festival, the best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately. The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist. In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not
It's called Norman's Cay. That sounds a lot less cool than Fyre Cay. Norman's Cay.
Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population, 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort. In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. Remember those promises of luxurious...
Nah, chat, this is crazy. Where's the luxury for $250,000 and they're staying in some tents? Some space tents?
villas? Pranked ya? Enjoy your stay. And don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice.
Turn this bus right around.
Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom, so staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all.
Oh no.
Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun.
That would be me, guys. We're here to party.
Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
You know, I feel like the problem with this is like they kind of made it like a rich person thing, right? Like tickets are so expensive, blah, 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 blah. Like a normal person, like, yeah, I'd roll up in there and be like, this is cool as hell. But like you're having all these like rich snotty people go, like they're not gonna like sleeping in a tent with no food. You know what I mean?
In lieu of food, staff decide to start
yum.
handing out tons of free tequila. This only exacerbates problems. Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable as promised though. Gourmet craft single there. A few hours later, bags arrive on a shipping container. It was getting dark and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen.
Oh, no.
But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock. There are rumors of muggings by the locals.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire. The closest beach has a
dogs?
rampant shark problem. Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom.
That bathroom looks like every single bathroom I've ever used in America. That's not that bad. This is not that bad.
For the few customers who are willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place. The event was promoted as cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their Fyre bands, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's. And for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport, and the rest were forced back home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival was closed. But the exodus from the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building.
That looks
Why staff
awful.
locked the door isn't entirely known. But one
Chat, why did they lock them in with the world's thickest chain?
girl fainted before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home and that was the end of it. Back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
The Reddit
Twitter
R
ate
Fyre
this
Festival
up.
was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event. People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment. Some wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly turned into a market.
Chat, was that the ball pit from the other video? They got a ball pit! Alright, the thing we've learned today, chat, if there is a ball pit at a convention you're going to, cancel your tickets ASAP. They're just trying to, get you through the doors with a ball pit and empty promises.
And it quickly turned into a marketing case study of what not to do. In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them. Mr. Rule released an official statement online, both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault.
Oh, it was
Interestingly,
DashCon.
he wasn't
Okay,
even on the
okay.
island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund.
Oh, nice.
Or you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fyre Festival.
And a VIP ticket to...
They are so ballsy for doing that. Hey, you can have a refund for your thousands and thousands of dollars, or you can just put it towards next year. What?
next year's firefighter. If they decide to go. Exactly.
Next year?
Meanwhile, Billy is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
But the apologies weren't enough. A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
Attorney Ben Mysalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more. Then the feds got involved, claiming Billy had committed wire fraud. Serious charges with serious prison time. More on that later.
I don't understand how you can like do a blatant scam like this, you know what I mean? Like not even try and then be like surprised when you get sued. Yeah, I would take the full refund and run.
Of Fyre Festival. The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post about it. Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this post.
They had $250,000 to give to one person to post, dude. Imagine how cool they could have made the event if they put that money into it. Not the Instagram models, not the Instagram models, chat. All I'm gonna say, never trust them, okay? They get paid to post.
Their marketing worked though. The festival sold out. So how did it go so wrong? Let's start with the money. During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization. This is after they made all the promises. And they had nothing near that amount, so they started cutting expenses way back. Remember those luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent. Deposits for the bands? Nope. Food, infrastructure, staff,
Nothing.
all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out? It's the price. It was way too low.
Oh,
Now wait a minute,
low.
up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids.
Okay, they say $250,000, but how much did a ticket really cost, right? There's no way it was actually $250,000.
It's paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can thank fake news for that assumption. You see that number repeated everywhere. But actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200.
$1,200 is so cheap. Chat, $1,200 is that. I paid more for a plane ticket to Japan, bro. Just a plane ticket. Like, there's no way you could expect like a luxury mansion, yachts, and food, 5-course meals when you're paying $1,200.
Which, if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas with practically all of your expenses taken care of, that's pretty bloody good.
I'd
In
pay
fact,
that.
some tickets were as low as $500.
6 months ago, got together and got the early bird special for about $500. And this covered food,
500.
transportation, ticket, and somewhere.
Chat, I would happily stay in a tent in the Bahamas for $500. Chat, you're telling me you wouldn't take a plane right now to go in the Bahamas and sleep in a tent? Those tents weren't that bad. Remember, y'all, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
How on earth were they going to break even with that? They weren't. And on the flip side, there's
I just realized this would scam me. I would fall for this. I would have been one of these people.
no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the Fyre bans. It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead up to the event.
Wow.
But this wasn't even close to enough. Practically broke, and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing. But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't. So he insisted on going forward. Those staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the Fyre Festival?
So, Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well,
Please say there was another
Billy is out on
one.
$300,000 bail. His assets were
$300,000
frozen as
bail.
at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy. And that is the end of Fyre Festival. I'll keep you posted about whether Billy is going to jail. So long, Fyre Festival. You were too beautiful for this world. And as for me, well, it's time to go home.
I love his editing. Chat, I swear, if there's another Fyre Festival, guys, I will go. I will take one for the team, and I will go to Fyre Festival 2025. He's planning it now. Oh gosh, there's no way he's scamming people all over again. You know what, GG. I'm excited to see the next one. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.